Attitash Mountain. Good morning, Doug. How are you?
Morning. How are you?
Well, I'm good. You guys recovering from vacation week, getting right into New Hampshire vacation week. And we were just talking to Terry O'Brien. Challenge Cup coming up on the, 16th or 18th? 18th. So you guys are jamming and you haven't slowed down a bit. You have events today, tomorrow, awesome ski conditions. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the big news, the season passes. We announced the season pass pricing yesterday for Attitash and Wildcat, and guess what? It's the same pass pricing as last season.
Now that's an amazing deal because literally these mountains have combined to provide a ski experience that no other organization can provide. You have two mountains now under your belt that the ski lift tickets and the season passes are good at either.
Exactly.
So that's amazing. So it hasn't gone up a dollar.
Yeah, I mean the company went out and got us another mountain, and then were kind enough to let us put out the same pass prices as we put out last year. So, it's a phenomenal deal. I'll give you an example. For, say, a local, you buy a midweek pass, $369, and it's good during the week at both mountains. You don't have to make choices anymore.
See, that would be perfect for me because I typically will not ski on the weekends or during the vacation weeks. Now, does it have blackout periods like a vacation week?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly how many. I believe it's 10, there's 10 days or so that are blacked out. Most passes, the most we have on any pass blacked out, I believe, is 11 days. But
for the locals, they're going to be working those periods anyway, so it's a perfect pass deal. And now it's good at Attitash and Wildcat.
And it's not just the weekday pass. I mean, pretty much every pass across the board is the same price as last year, and right now you're in your early buying phase. They go on sale March 12th, and you have the lowest possible price until June 1st.
Okay, so March 12th is the first place?
March 12th, that morning they go on sale. You can buy online, you can come to the mountain. You do have to get the passes at Attitash, though.
Okay.
You can't go to Wildcat to get them. You get them at Attitash because that's where they're processed.
That's not a bad deal.
But that's really pretty much all you really have to do.
Oh, fantastic. So there's quite a selection of passes, I'm sure, between the locals pass, and I'm sure you have like an everyday, anytime
the Granite,
pass.
The Classic, you name it. All the pass products are still sitting in right there.
Okay, good. And they can find out more information online at attitash.com.
And skiwildcat.com. You can go to either website. You can, when you go to the Wildcat one, it'll just take you right to where you need to go on the Attitash site. So regardless of where you go, easy breezy.
Two classic mountains. One low price, same as last year. Awesome deal.
It's a great deal, and we're really excited about it this year.
Yeah, that is good news.
And we're following it up with another special we announced yesterday, St. Patrick's Day special. Yeah. Come ski on St. Patrick's Day. It's only $17.
And for people around the valley, because we know skiing is not an inexpensive sport.
No.
You got the gear, you get the lift tickets, but people love this sport. And this is an amazing deal because you can bring the whole family. $17 for a lift ticket.
The only thing people have to keep in mind is that's a significantly discounted price, and you can't combine another discount with that discount.
Well,
so,
you
can't get any lower than $17. And we're going to open the mountain coaster that day. Normally we don't run it during the week. Yeah. We're going to open it that day, and the tickets, instead of being $10 a ride, are only going to be $7 a ride.
Nice.
So we're opening up an extra day, discounted price, 30% off on that.
Now, who's the big St. Patty's Day fan? I mean, what was the impetus?
It's more in the nature of giving back and providing a little more fun, especially for people in the area.
Yeah.
Hopefully we also have $35 Fridays on the 11th, 18th, and 25th of March. So say you come in St. Patrick's Day and it's the 17th, and you pay $17. Well, then the next day ticket's only $35. So you've spent, $52 for 2 days of skiing. And hopefully, a lot of people just say, I'm going to make a 3 or 4 day weekend out of it because it's so much more affordable than it otherwise would be.
Absolutely.
And so it's a way of saying thank you to a lot of people who've traveled from Boston to ski here periodically, people in the valley, people over in Maine. Here's just a way to come out and spend a little more time on the hill and save a few bucks in the process. And hey, spring, warm weather, soft snow, you gotta love it.
My favorite time to ski. Now on the 17th, they just come up to the window.
Yep.
And they just said, it's going to be across the board.
It is what it is. Just come right in. It's across the board.
Okay.
Bring your $17 and you're good to go.
And tell me the process for upgrading for the next day. Because you said 35 is the next day. So what do you do?
It's not an upgrade process. We're going to have 3 Fridays in March where regular price lift tickets will be $35. Easy. So they don't have to do anything, click anywhere, fill anything out. They just got to show up with a cash or credit card and they're good to go. And it's good at both mountains too.
Awesome.
So you can have $17 on St. Patrick's Day at Wildcat if you want to go there, or at Attitash, $35 at either one on those Fridays. It's, again, 2 for the price of 1. if you're adventurous, you can get up and ski one in the morning, jump in your car, come down and ski the other one in the afternoon.
There are people like that. I am not one. I'm like, okay, I like, focus on one mountain, but there are a lot of people.
You have to take one ski boot off, to step on the gas pedal.
Well, I snowboard, so not even. It's the little...
There you go. You're all set.
Exactly. So you've combined this great skiing conditions. Now, I'm sure you guys experienced a little dusting that we got down here in North Conway. Did you get that over?
Yeah, there was a little bit in the parking lot this morning when I headed down here. I'm not sure exactly how much longer because, the microclimates in the valley you can go 400 or 500 yards down the road and it'll change a little bit. So.
Absolutely. So how are the ski conditions? What would be your trail pick of the day?
Ooh, that would be tough. I'd probably go up to the top of Attitash and come down something like Tim's Trauma. Steeper runs first thing in the morning, freshly groomed with a nice soft dusting on it. Tim's or Idiots are kind of my favorites in the morning because they got that nice pitch to it and you get the chance to force feed yourself a little air and wake up in the morning.
Right, exactly. Wake up quick.
Very quickly.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to head over to Attitash, but Bear Peak also has some great terrain and tends to be a little bit wider.
Yeah, you've got classic runs like Illusion, which is, like a big Western cruiser. Avenger's got a little more pitch to it. If you want to back off the pitch, you can cruise down wandering skis. Two mountains are interconnected, so it's really easy to start at one side, go over, ski the other, have lunch over there, ski your way back. It's really laid out like a Western resort is, and that's one of the reasons we look at Attitash and, we brand it as real big mountain skiing because it has so much to offer, and it really is a microcosm of the way a Western resort is laid out.
And when you think about it, now that you have Wildcat in your organization too, you got Bear Peak. It's a separate peak, though. So you have Attitash, Bear Peak, and you have Wildcat.
Pretty much when you look at it that way, yeah. There's an awful lot, and if you can't find something you like playing on, then
we cannot help you then.
Something's wrong.
Right. So $17 on St. Patrick's Day. You have the $35 on those selected Fridays in March. And you also have some great events on the venue. Now, I type up all the events for the TV station now. You guys have a ton. I'm like, okay, Attitash, knock it off. Because you guys have something almost every day.
We try. We got a great racing and events manager in Corey Madden. Everybody in the Valley knows Corey.
Yes.
Probably one of the easiest people I've ever worked with.
Yeah.
I swear, you leave him alone. Let him do what he needs to do. Don't get in his way because he's so dedicated to what he does that you never have to really worry about it.
And an amazing skier to boot.
He's a great skier, genetically gifted, no doubt about that. And the events always run so smoothly. He's got a great crew working for him. He can walk away and say, I want this, this, and this done, and walk away. And he knows, and I know, that it's going to be done just perfectly.
Right. And that's important for especially then people that are new to these events and the racing and stuff like that. Let's talk about the Border Cross Skier Cross. Now, when probably 10 years ago, I had visions that I was going to be like the champion Border Cross. And then I saw, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of good skiers and riders that partake in this.
Oh yeah, some years you'll see fields of 60 to 80 racers and skiers and riders in there. And this year we got a really exciting new course. It's going to start up on Lower Ptarmigan, and they'll go through the turns that Corey lays out through there. Then they'll drop into what was the old half pipe, which has step-ups and jumps down in it.
Yeah.
They'll come back up out of it. They'll take a hard right. They'll actually go out to Moat, around the tree island, come all the way back into Lower Ptarmigan. So it's laid out where it can really be seen from the base area.
Lengthwise, is that
it's a longer course. It's a longer course. It's got unique features. There's nothing like this half pipe with rollers and step-ups built inside it.
Wow.
So they kind of drop down, up, up, and then kind of pop up, and then into a hard right turn, sweeping 180 degrees and coming all the way back around. So I think from a viewing perspective, it's going to really catch a lot of people's eye.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think the skiers and riders are going to look at it and go, whoa, better pay attention during course inspection.
Right.
Yeah,
you have a course inspection, you have registration. It's actually currently
Registration's going on right now till 11 o'clock in the south wing of the main base lodge. And for those who register before 10, obviously, they can go out from 10 to about 11:30, maybe 11:45, and they can slide through the course and get a feel for it, ski it at low speed, and just kind of get all the turns. Highly recommended, especially it's a new course. Last year, it was a shorter, more modified course on Spillway, and this one is longer and far more challenging. And like I said, it's really laid out more so that guests who are not participating can get a bird's eye view of what's going on.
Because it is very exciting to watch.
It's probably, for me, it's the highlight when I watch Winter X Games every year on ESPN.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite event of the skier and rider crosses.
Yeah.
It's kind of like skiing,
riding
with a touch of roller derby almost thrown in.
I have a hard enough time getting down anyway, and then you add in 4 or 5 other people that are trying to get to the exact same spot you are.
And they want to get there first.
And they want to get there first. It's amazing, the balance and the, the strength that it takes. But I'm sure a lot of people are jumping into it every year because it is one of the most popular competition-style competitions that
and for
in the
years
country.
we've kept the entry fee the same. It only costs $10.
Nice.
And we've got incredible sponsors from Keen and Swanee and High Gear and Dakine and Chaos Headwear, you name it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got an impressive list of sponsors, and it only costs you $10 to buy into the event, and it doesn't get any cheaper than that.
Excellent. And if you want to spectate, of course, that's free.
Exactly.
So you win-win on that one. So we have the Big Air was last weekend. We have the skier ride across today, Spread Eagle World Championships. Now, this is something that you guys started
a long time ago.
Was it a long time ago? Or
I'm guessing at least 6 years, I want to say.
6 years, wow. That's
Frankie Hennigan's won it the last 2 years in a row, and
really?
I know he's coming back to try for his three-peat on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
I got a message from him the other day on Facebook saying, yeah, you guys can count on seeing me there. I'm going for a three-peat.
Oh, fun. So tell me,
Frankie,
for people that have never heard about it, though.
It's, it's a throwback event. You're going to see classic old-school day-glow clothing, the big fat shades, the long skinny skis. There's no getting inverted, none of the new school air. It's classic things like the classic Spread Eagle or a Nutcracker or a Cossack. You might see a heli or two thrown in.
Now, you're going to get up there? Because I know that you're quite the skier in that realm.
I think I'll keep my skis firmly planted on the ground. I think I'll stay where it's a little safer and leave that to the young bucks like Frank Hennigan and his crew, because they do an amazing job. I mean, last year I thought on one of his jumps he was never coming down. He was just hanging up there forever, and it was so much fun to watch.
Excellent.
And even some of the judges dressed up in some old school one pieces.
Well, there is a costume challenge to this as well, because you might not be the best Spread Eagler out there, but you can come with the best costume and still win a prize.
Pretty much. And as always, Corey, make sure that there's plenty of stuff for everybody. And one of the things we've kind of evolved to, and again, it was Corey's idea, was instead of just rewarding first, second, and third in any given event, whether it's a You Go Girls race or an ATP event, we do prizes based on a bib draw.
Oh, really?
So we announce who's done what as far as the results, but then everybody's bibs go in there, and just about every time that I can remember, everybody's walked away with something.
Oh, I like that.
And we think that's important because it makes them feel more involved and tied into the event, and makes it a more rewarding experience, and hopefully it's going to make them want to come back year after year. Absolutely.
I think you've hit on something good there. Now, is there anything else that we need to cover here? We did Ride Across, Ski Across going on today. Registration currently underway. So if you want to get in on this, you got to head over to Attitash, right in the base lodge there?
South wing of the base lodge, back in the corner there. Lise Peters will be waiting to take your money and get you filled in.
All right, then you get your practice run, and then it starts at noon?
Starts at noon. Same thing with the event tomorrow, starts at noon. All our registrations are basically 8 to 11 in the South wing for every event. So once you've done it once, you know what the routine is. Okay, good. And then we have the Spread Eagle World Championships tomorrow, and Frank's coming back for the three-peat, so you got to go challenge. The gauntlet is down. Exactly. And then coming up, you have live music, actually, too. Yep. Today we've got the Adam Ezra Band playing, and we had hoped to put them out on the snow stage, but looking outside, the weather's not really conducive to asking musicians to plug in and play in the some colder weather. So they'll be up in Crosswinds, and tomorrow we've got WBZ here from Boston with a promo, and that'll be featuring the comedic MC Mike Vaselli, who's just absolutely hilarious. And we've got the Valley's own skiing DJ, Roy. Roy's going to be out there with a Tuckerman's Beer promo for in conjunction with WBZ, because they work together. Good. So we've got that going on Sunday. So it's really, events both days, music and entertainment both days, promos, lots of free stuff. A lot of information. I think by Sunday night we'll all be looking for a place to just fall down and get some sleep. That's awesome. And then we're seeing video you guys offer the mountain coaster and great skiing, so tons of stuff to do at Attitash. So you can find out all this information, the events. You guys have a very easy, friendly website, attitash.com, or skiwildcat.com is another place that you can go. There's some information about the free ride series going on today, so check that out. Doug, thank you so much. I hope we didn't hold you up too much today. I know you got a lot going on, so appreciate you. No, it's always a pleasure to come down. All right, cool. Good to see you too. All right, folks, we have a lot more coming up. We got to get going on the weather. We have more snow coming for you. Plus, we have to start our watch and win for today, so don't go away.
Brought to you in part by Gold Bond Ultimate Healing.